Hello, my name's McDonald. I'm CEO of Prestige Inhome Care. A little bit about our business. We started in 2005. At that stage we were called Prestige Home Healthcare. We rebranded in 2010 to our current business name, Prestige Inhome Care. We have 200 staff, basically out on the road providing a whole range of services to people living in their own homes, from technical nursing sort of things to, I guess, non-technical support like taking people out to appointments and helping with their personal care and all those sorts of things. So it's all geared around helping people stay in their own homes as long as possible. Our head office is in Cheltenham, and we also have another office in Canterbury which services the eastern region of Melbourne. And we currently have staff and clients pretty much all over Metro Melbourne and the Mornington Peninsula. The reason I chose to create a home care company back in 2005, there's a few factors that sort of came together. My background is as a nurse, so I studied nursing at uni and worked in aged care and sort of had a bit of a passion for supporting older people. I then worked for 5 or 6 years in another organisation that provided nursing to people living in their own homes. So that was, I guess, an opportunity for me to really learn about community care and the options available to support people in their own homes. And that's probably where I suppose the real passion for giving people that option to stay at home started to build for me. I think that experience with the other organisation also helped me see some opportunities and perhaps some gaps in the market, some areas that really weren't being serviced very well, and so that kind of led to some thinking around, well, maybe we can provide a solution, to sort of fulfil that need. So we wanted to make sure that people still had the option to stay at home, even if they weren't covered by a particular government package or Veterans Affairs or Transport Accident Commission, those sort of funding bodies. People that just needed the care but wanted to fund it themselves. There weren't too many providers that were really offering that solution. So that's kind of why we decided to create our own company. I guess ultimately the thought of people being forced into a residential facility, into a nursing home, if that's not their preferred option, doesn't sit very well with me. Obviously there's horses for courses, but for people to be aware that there is another option if that's what they choose to do, that's really what stimulated the decision. Prestige's most outstanding quality, a bit of a difficult question, but I guess we're pretty much committed to excellence. Everything we do is around trying to provide services and solutions for people that really does exceed their expectations. We don't kind of spend much time with basic solutions. What we do is services that really are at the top end of home-based support. So that largely forms around our people, our carers and our nurses, basically from recruitment, where we sort of look at employing the right sort of people in the first place, through to their induction and how we build an expectation of what we see as the outcomes that are acceptable, as well as ongoing support and training. So that ongoing professional development through education, training and so forth, but also support so that the staff out there delivering services on our behalf feel really connected with our organisation, and that they're not out there on their own operating independently. So there's a fair bit of work around that. We really try and have the very best carers in the industry. We try and position ourselves as the best provider of services in our industry, and to do that we've really got to make sure we've got the best people out there. We obviously pay them very well, which is one strategy to try and recruit the right sort of people, but it's only one part of the big puzzle, and we work really hard on all the other aspects as well to make sure that not only can we recruit the best people, but we can retain them and hang on to them. I guess the other quality that's quite different and makes us stand out apart from perhaps some of our competitors is our, that unwavering focus on provision of service to private clients. We don't allow ourselves to be distracted by any other areas of business. We really focus just on people that are funding their own care. We don't get involved in work cover or TAC or DVA, other programs that, whilst extremely valuable and are a really important part of community care, I believe sort of can distract us from our efforts in terms of focusing on people that are funding their own care. We always try and go the extra mile. Again, something that I've tried to instill in all of our people in the office, but also our carers, to really look at, personalising the service for each individual client and trying to go that extra mile so that, once we leave the home, the client is left thinking how amazing that was. Another interesting question. I suppose one of the things, even though it seems a little mundane, is just the fact that our business is still operating and had sort of successful and sustained growth over a reasonably long period. We're now nearly 8 years old, and certainly I've seen a lot of other organisations sort of come and go in that time, so I think that's something to be proud of. Also, to sort of see the realisation of the vision or the dream of providing solutions to people that want to fund their own care. There were a lot of people early on that said that there wasn't a market for those sort of services and people couldn't afford to or wouldn't want to pay for care in their own home. However, we had a belief that there was a real need there, and certainly we've been able to realise that and provide those sort of solutions to those very clients. So that's been very pleasing. Supporting people to live in the comfort and familiarity of their own homes for as long as they choose to do so is a pretty powerful thing and something that we're very proud of. Some of those people are short term, might be a little gap to get them back on their feet, and others we've looked after for several years. Even some people being able to die in the comfort of their own home is really something special. So they're sort of the things that we're most proud of. The sort of people that should be interested in our care, it's one of the real challenges of the work that we do. A lot of people don't understand that this sort of service exists. Often use the analogy of sort of like shopping for a car. If you want a new car, you know what cars are. You're going to go out searching for the right sort of vehicle for your needs. Before cars even existed, clearly no one was out shopping for them. So it's kind of a service or a product, if you like, that many people don't even know exists. The amount of families that I speak to who say, "Jeepers, we didn't even know that you could pay for this sort of care at home," is astonishing, and so something that we're really working hard to try and break down. So I guess, the sort of people that need to know about what we do is kind of everybody, but certainly, everybody that needs support or that has a loved one that might need some support at home, whether that is nursing or non-nursing, short-term fix or something more longer term, and even, whether that's provided in their own home or a retirement village perhaps, and even a hospital or a nursing home, we deliver a range of services that people might need in those environments. So I think that's one of our biggest challenges, really, to let the public know that this sort of service is out there. In terms of how people can get involved with us, we've got a really easy to remember phone number, 1300 10 30 10. And certainly we've got consultants that can take calls anytime, really, to help people with their inquiries. We understand it's a bit of a minefield. It's a really difficult area to navigate, and often families are in a bit of a crisis when they need this sort of support. So we're always available to go through what we do and what other services are out there, outside the services we deliver, and try and connect you with those services that are going to best meet your needs. So easy to call the 1300 number. Our website, prestigeinhomecare.com.au, has heaps of information and hopefully will answer a lot of your questions. And really, I guess for us, it's about trying to share the message that this sort of service exists. So any opportunity we get to share that, we certainly welcome, and for people to take up that as well. We've got our Facebook site, Prestige Inhome Care, our Twitter account, Prestige HH, and we've got a YouTube channel, Prestige Health. So if you want some more information or you want to connect with us, share it with your friends, feel free to try and connect with any of those sort of social media or online channels. But yeah, that's probably the best way to get in touch with us and find out some more information.